Sports betting is weird, man, because a couple years ago, in the not so distant past, pro sports and especially the National Football League were like, oh, we don't talk about gambling. People are fans of the National Football League for the beauty of the sport and that alone, not because maybe they got a couple dimes on the money line of Giants versus Jets or whatever, all that stuff. But as sports betting has become more and more prevalent, you're starting to see teams and leagues and states open up. The great state of Minnesota needs to get their ish together because, I mean, if you want to place a legal sports wager, you got to go to Iowa or Wisconsin. Nah. But not only has it gone beyond the over-under of a sports game, as well as the line and money line, all that stuff. Hey, why not bet on player props? And it is the perfect fusion of fantasy sports as well as sports gambling because, I mean, instead of losing 3 units on the game, you could try and lose 21. I don't know. But remember, responsible gaming, do not wager jelly beans that you can't afford to lose, all that stuff. But we want to go through a couple of player props from the greasy, grimy Green Bay Packers visiting the Minnesota Vikings Sunday, historic U.S. Bank Stadium. So first up, Aaron Rodgers. So these are really vanilla ones, but the spicy ones aren't really up there. Usually it's closer to kickoff. But Aaron Rodgers, passing yards, over under 258.5. Now, I actually see the Vikings getting out to a big lead. Obviously, homer. I think the Vikings will put up a double-digit lead, and Rodgers will have to play from behind. Now, it's going to be even more difficult because he doesn't have Davante Adams as well as his receiving core, including tight end Robert Tonyan, is dinged up at the moment. So, in catch-up mode, though, I think that he actually may pull a Kirk Cousins and put up a lot of garbage time passing yardage. So I'm going to take the over on this one. And again, it's not an aspersion on the Vikings secondary or pass rush, but I think it's more a game flow situation. Aaron Rodgers passing touchdowns over under 1.5. No, so this one, I'm actually going to take the under because I think Rodgers is going to be stymied by not having Davante freaking Adams out there. I think the effect of losing 17 on this offense has greatly been minimized and really not talked about. And also, if they get into the painted area, I think that they are going to try and run it more. So the over under 1.5, definitely taking the under on that. Speaking of the running back, so A.J. Dillon, Quadzilla, is the cat's ass right now. Over under 49.5 yards, and Aaron Jones over under 50.5 yards. Aaron Jones is the most talented Jones on the Packers offense. Or Aaron. Screwed that up. Doesn't matter. But speaking to game flow, I don't see the Packers in a spot where they're going to be running the ball a lot, especially in the second half, especially if they're playing catch-up. So I'm going to take over on both of them. So that's it for the Packers. We got over on passing yards for Rodgers because he's going to be in catch-up mode, and then the under on everything else. So now, the Minnesota Vikings. So we got 3 on Kirk Cousins. Passing yards over under 274.5. So they put the over under as like an inverse enticement because you would think that maybe the Vikings would be in catch-up mode, but no. To that, I say nay. Even though the Vikings are home underdogs, F that noise. I think Kirk is going to come out and drop 300, but it's not going to be in garbage time. It's going to be all in your face, march down the field. He's going to have a $175 in the first half. He's going to go for Mo in the second half, so I'm going to go the over there. Passing touchdowns over under 1.5. I think he gets 3. Even though the Packers have this vaunted secondary. Ooh, we're so scared. Oh, the Packers pass rush. Oh, they're so solid. Please. It's in our building. Hey, don't worry about it. Got Justin Jefferson, Thielen, Jalen Reagor. We got KJ Osborne. We got Irv Smith Jr. healthy for now, as well as we got Dalvin. Don't worry about it. Kirk Cousins rushing yardage. So this one's going to be funny. I kind of want to bet the under. I do in this spot because I don't think that Kirk is going to go Kirk G3 like he has at other times last year. I think he's going to be sitting in the pocket. I think he's going to be dropping dimes. I think he'll get good protection, even though Kenny Clark, I see him in my nightmares. The Kenny Clark-Garrett Bradbury matchup is going to be, one to watch. Dalvin Cook, so 2 for him. Over under rushing yardage. I'm actually going to go under the 69.5 rushing yards because even though the Vikings going to be ahead, going to be running the ball, I think they're going to split up the work between Dalvin and Madison. But also, I do think that Dalvin is going to go over 19.5 receiving yards. I think that we haven't seen his final form. I think that the hype of Kevin McConnell using him more of a receiver is going to be legitimate. Obviously, we just haven't seen that in training camp as well as in preseason. So we're going to go over there. Then we got 2 receiving props. Well, 3 props for 2 receivers. Dillon receptions over under 4.5. Going to go with the over there. I think Dillon brings in 6. Getting secondary coverage, from Stokes and company with the Packers. Jefferson, is going to get Jar Alexander all day long, but that's perfectly fine. Receptions over under 6.5. Going to go with the over. I think he gets 7, 8, as well as over 82.5. I think Jefferson comes out, busts out, has a 100-yard game against his vaunted Packers secondary, and I think he gets it done. So I think he goes 8 catches for, say, $115 and a touchdown. Yeah, I think that's going to be a nice debut for Justin freaking Jefferson. Also, the whole force-feeding Jefferson the ball a la Cooper Kupp with the Rams last year. Jefferson ratio, I'm down for it, man. I'm absolutely down. But that's it. Let's take a look at Vikings Packers player props. Remember, this is not legal advice. This is not, don't take these things too seriously. That is all. Plus, I didn't even factor in like the prices that you're getting for the over and under. I just straight up over under. Doesn't matter. Anyways, let us know your thoughts and our thoughts. What props do you like? What sides do you like? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol production value.